Assalamualaikum and a very good day. Today we will present financial analysis report from the company that we have choose for our assignment. Our group chose IOI Properties Group Berhad, Eastern and Oriental Berhad, and Glomac Berhad. Now I will explain about the company background for each company. The first company is IOI Properties Group Berhad. This company is one of the Malaysia leading public listed property developers. This company business activities is property development, property investment, leisures and hospitality. It is established in 2013 and listed on the most board of Malaysia stock market on 15 January 2014. One of the best developers in Asia and received numerous accolades. And it is based in Putrajaya. The company mission is to achieve responsible and sustainable commercial success by addressing the interests of all our stakeholders, caring for the community and environment, and adapting best practice to be globally competitive. The vision of this company is to be the leading corporation in our core business by providing products and services of superior values and by sustaining consistent long-term growth in volume and profitability. The second company is Eastern and Oriental Berhad. The corporate was established in 1985. E&O name was inspired by Penang historical luxury icon, which is timeless elegance and discernment. Started by the development of 980 acre seafront in Seri Tanjung and Pulau Pinang. Overseas investment in London that include Prince's House along Kingsway and ESCA House in Bayswater. The purpose of this company is E&O designs and build properties that cater to the aspirational lifestyle needs of discerning individuals. The value of this company is we do things differently, always for the better with sincerity, integrity, and passion at E&O. The last company is Glomac Berhad. The company began in 1988 by visionary entrepreneur co-founder Tan Sri Dato F.D. Mansor as Group Executive Chairman and Dato Richard Fong as Group Executive Vice Chairman. The company operates the business throughout three segments, which is property development, property investment, and construction field. The company have listed in the main board of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad on 13 June 2000. The vision of Glomac Berhad is to help improve the quality of life by providing a better place to live or work in and be recognized by customers, shareholders, and employees as world-class property developer. While the mission of this company to deliver outstanding service, quality products, and value for money for our customer through dedication, innovation, and passion. Next, I will explain about the summary of team management background for each company. The first company is IOI Properties Group Berhad. Datuk Tan Kim Leong is the independent non-executive director or chairman of IOI Properties Group Berhad. He is responsible in leading the corporate to become one of the best development company in Malaysia. He also responsible to ensure that the boards will setting high governance standard. The next one is Lee Yeo Sing, position in IOI Properties Group Berhad is an executive vice chairman. He is responsible for the formulation of high-level strategies of the group for a better performance together with the chief executive officer. He also retained in the overall growth of the group to become more effective and efficient when carrying out duties to show the professionalism in work. The third one is Lee Yok-ha, is the Executive Director of IOI Properties Group Berhad. She graduated from King College London with LLB Honours. She is responsible for managing and implementing the marketing and sales strategy for some projects under IOI Properties Group Berhad. She also will be overseeing the product design and quality. And the last one is Tan Sri Dato Sri Kah Kin Lip, job post as Senior Independent Non-Executive Director of IOI Properties Group Berhad. He is responsible in holding annual meetings with non-executive without the chairman present. He also providing independent oversight and constructive performance during the meeting. The second company is Eastern and Oriental Berhad. Dato Azizan bin Abdul Rahman is Independent Non-Executive Director, or better known as Chairman. He is responsible for presiding over board or committee meetings. He also has to ensure the effectiveness of company performance, settings and implementing the company direction and strategy in a long and short term. Next is Dato Sri Tam Kahun, is the Executive Deputy Chairman. He is responsible in assist and support Chairman in providing leadership and direction to the board, facilitate the operation and deliberation of the board. He also takes part in monitoring and implementation of company strategies. He also will be carried out Chairman role when Chairman is absent for some time. Next is Mr. Kok Tung Cheng, which is the Managing Director of Eastern and Oriental Berhad. He is responsible to direct and control all business operations. He is responsible for giving strategic guidance and direction to the board and to ensure that E&O achieve financial vision, mission and long-term goals. The last one is Madam Kok Meng Chow, is the Finance Director of Eastern and Oriental Berhad. She will be responsible in any company financial management such as directing financial planning and strategy, analyzing and reporting on financial performance, and overseeing audit and tax function. All issues that regarding to the company financial will be referred to Madam Kok Meng Chow. I will explain about the management background of Glomac Berhad. First is Tan Sri Dato Muhammad Mansur bin Fatih Din is the founder and also the chairman for the properties development company, which is Glomac Berhad. He is responsible to ensure that the board is properly briefed on agenda at the meetings with an accurate, clear and complete information. He also will be responsible in the highest standard of integrity for company. Next is Datuk Sri Fatih Iskandar bin Muhammad Mansur as the Chief Executive Officer, Group Managing Director and Executive Director. He is responsible in making decisions and managing operation and resources of the company. He also will be the center of communication between the Board of Directors with the corporate operation. Chief Executive Officer also will be the face of the company. Next is Ali bin Abdul Qadir, is one of the independent non-executive director of Glomac Berhad. He will involve in policy making and planning exercise for organization. He also has to oversight executive director performance in the company and provide constructive challenge and strategic guidance. He will provide independent judgment and recognizing the division between the board and management. The last one is Zulkifli Garib, is the Chief Operating Officer at Glomac Berhad. He is responsible in designing and implementing company strategy, plans and procedure. He also will set comprehensive goals in performance and growth that must be targeted. Other than that, Chief Operating Officer will involve in promoting company culture and vision by establish some policies that must be complied by company employees.
Okay, so let's move to the financial statement of analysis for the company that we have choose, which are IOI Properties Group Berhad, Glomac Berhad, and also Eastern and Oriental Berhad. Okay, there are 7 types of ratio that will be discussed in this part, which are current ratio, acid test ratio, total asset turnover, debt to equity ratio, profit margin ratio, return on asset or ROA, and also the last one is the return on equity or ROE. Okay, so let's move to the first ratio, which is current ratio. We use the formula of current asset over by the current liability. As we can see from these three companies, Glomac Berhad shows the highest the better rather than the other companies. And then for the second ratio, acid test ratio, we use the formula of current asset minus inventory over by the current liability. And then we can see that Glomac Berhad also shows the ability to pay short-term obligation using more liquid types of current asset. And then for the total asset turnover ratio, we use the formula of sales over by total assets. And then from these three companies, Eastern and Oriental Berhad shows the efficiency and generating sales using its assets rather than others company. For the next one, the type of ratio that we will discuss in this part, which is debt to equity ratio. We use the formula of long-term loan over by the total of equity. And then we can see that Glomac Berhad and Eastern and Oriental Berhad can be classified as leverage firm, while IOI Properties Group Berhad as a conservative firm. And then for the profit margin ratio, we use the formula of net income over by sales. So as we can see from this table, Glomac Berhad shows the higher the better rather than the others companies. So for the second last ratio that we will discuss in this part, which is return on asset or ROA. It can be defined by using the formula of net income over by the total assets of the company. For IOI Properties Group Berhad, we get 4.23%, Glomac Berhad 1.94%, and Eastern and Oriental Berhad get 3.30%. So as we can see from this result, IOI Properties Group Berhad shows the most efficiency in using assets to generate income because this company got the highest percentage rather than other company. So let's move to the last ratio, which is return on equity or ROE. We use the formula of net income over by the total equity of the company. As you can see from this table, these three companies get three different kinds of result, which is IOI Properties Group Berhad got 0.04 times, Glomac Berhad 0.03 times, and for Eastern and Oriental Berhad got 0.05 times. So we can see that Eastern and Oriental Berhad shows the higher the better for the return on equity ratio.
For the last part, I'm going to explain about the conclusion and recommendation of the companies. As we can see, there are actually a lot that we can sum up from these companies. So I will summarize it from this part. First, these companies have stable current financial statements which is in good status. Next, these three companies show that they have more equities than liabilities. To conclude, every company should take immediate action on how to rearrange the strategies. Next, planning to improve the financial position of company. Reduce the expenses of the company. Some companies need to recover their outstanding debts, sell the unused or unwanted assets, try to keep track of the cash flow, and improve the cash flow. And that's all from our group. Thank you.